So find your comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Sit up nice and tall. And let yourself settle in, let yourself land here. Once you've landed, close your eyes. And just begin to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. The slowest, deepest breaths that you can possibly take in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more. And notice if there's anything bubbling up in your awareness to be released. Some of us right now are experiencing compassion fatigue. There's an opportunity to release that heaviness from our bodies through the open mouth exhale. Some of us, we talked about before, might be experiencing shame or guilt. Release those on the exhale. Some of us might be feeling anger or sadness. Release those on the exhale. And throughout the class today, I invite you to use your exhale to release anything and everything that comes up. Whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, use your exhale as a tool for letting go. With the eyes closed, you can even visualize the exhale like it has a certain color, texture. The eyes closed, you can imagine seeing whatever it is that you're letting go of. See it leave through the mouth. Two more full deep cleansing breaths. Last one. When you're ready, bring the palms to press together at heart center. And for as much as we are letting go of, choose an intention that you will be replacing these things with. Something you will fill up with when you let go of that shame, blame, guilt, doubt, whatever it is. Maybe it's humbleness. whatever it is. You have two intentions today, the intention of letting go through the exhale, and the intention of refilling with the inhale. And we'll begin the practice with 2 cleansing breaths and 1 Om to cleanse and set the space, this place, this time. In through the nose and out through the mouth. This time sigh. Ah. This time Om. Gently begin to rub the hands together, create a little bit of heat and friction with the hands. And place the hands over the eye. Allow the heat of the hands to soften the face and smile. And gently flutter the eyes open and float the hands down. Interlace the fingers, inhale, lift the arms, open the heart. And exhale, tuck the chin, round through the upper back, press the palms away. 2 more just like that, big inhales. And exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, this time let your hands find the earth in front of you. Let yourself fall over your feet, a little sway side to side. Breathe into the hips and the lower back. Ah. 2 more deep breaths. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. And slowly begin to come on up. Switch which foot you have in front or on top. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, let the left arm lower, right arm reaches over to the side. Just gentle side bends here. Inhale up through center. And exhale to the other side. Inhale up. And exhale. Just find a nice rhythm. Inhale up through center. Exhale, gentle twist to the left, float the hands down. Inhale up through center. And exhale, gentle twist to the right. Inhale up through center. Exhale, gentle twist to the left. Inhale up through center. And exhale, gentle twist to the right. Inhale up through center. Exhale once again, fold and just breathe. Notice how you feel on this second side. A little sway side to side, just a nice cross-legged forward fold. 3 more deep breaths here. 2. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. And gently start to come on. Bring the legs out in front. Shake them out. Easy forward fold flow. So inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, gentle flow forward. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, fold. 2 more, full rotation of the shoulder. Last one, big. And exhale. And when you're ready, come on up to sitting up tall. Bring the arms to shoulder height and just point and flex the hands and the feet. You doing okay, Christine? And circle in one direction. And circle in the other direction. Bring the fingertips to the shoulders. Inhale, elbows together and up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. 2 more in this direction. Last. In reverse directions. Just big elbow circles, roll through the shoulders. 2 more. Last. And release the hands. You can keep the legs straight, or you might choose to cross them. Bring the chin to the chest and roll the ear to the shoulder. And on an exhale, chin to the chest. And ear to the shoulder. Just follow your breath. Big inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Last. When you're ready, go ahead and scooch towards the front of your mat if you're using a mat. And we're going to come all the way down onto the back. Have your bolster or your rolled up blanket over towards the right side of your body. Laying flat on the back, hug the knees into the chest. You can rock side to side. Make some circles with the knees in one direction or the other. Bring the arms to cactus or field goat arms. Straighten the right leg down below and roll to the right side until the left leg is resting on the bolster. So you're laying on your right side. You can have a pillow underneath the head here if you'd like. And the left knee resting up on the rolled up blanket or pillow or foam roll or whatever you've got. Now, you are welcome to stay here. For some of you, this is going to be the most comfortable. If you'd like to take it into a big twist, you can open that left arm up to the left. Maybe even gaze to the left, and then just close the eyes. You can place a pillow underneath the left shoulder if you'd like, or that left shoulder might find the earth. And if it's not comfortable, just stay on that right side with the left knee up. We're going to start to drop into this more restorative style of yoga here. We're not performing the pose, just allowing yourself to receive the pose. Close the eyes. Focus on your intention. Focus on your breath. With every exhale, what are you letting go of? With every inhale, what are you refilling with? Notice if the breath has gone unconscious, if it's just naturally happening. Then you bring it back to conscious awareness, maybe even counting 6-second inhales and 6-second exhales. 5 more deep breaths. Four, three, two, last. When you're ready, slowly use your hands to support that left knee as you come back to center. You might have to adjust your hips so that they find true center once again, and bring your bolster over to the opposite side. Remember, the idea here is not about how much can you stretch, it's about calming the central nervous system. And when you're ready, rolling onto the left side, left leg is straight, right knee and foot rest on the bolster. Again, you can use a pillow underneath that left ear if you choose, and you can be here in this kind of like a modified fetal position here. If you choose, you can open that right arm towards the right for the twist. Only if it's comfortable. That right shoulder can be resting on the earth or resting on a pillow. If it's not quite comfortable, bring that right arm in and just allow your right leg to rest on the bolster. If you are opening that right arm up to the right, you can even turn your head so that the gaze comes to the right, and then just close the eyes. Deep breaths. If a yawn or a sigh sneaks out, that's okay. That means you're relaxing. If the mind wanders, come back to the breath. Those 6-second inhales and 6-second exhales, slow, deep, and complete breaths. Come back to your intentions. Every exhale, what are you letting go of? Every inhale, what are you replacing it with? With the eyes closed, can you see that texture or color of the breath? Visualize the act of letting go. Five more deep breaths here. Four, three, two, and one. Big inhale and exhale. Use the left hand on the right knee to slowly draw it in towards center and release the right foot to the ground. Hug the knees into the chest. You can rock and roll a little bit side to side. Once again, take circles with the knees in both directions. And when you're ready, find your way up through seated. We're going to come into a supported child's pose. So using the bolster once again, this time gently in between the knees so that you have a place for your left ear to rest on the bolster with the elbows bent and the forearms resting on the earth. So the knees come wide. You're on the tops of the feet with the big toes touching. Hips sit down on the heels and then fold over. So you're on the knees here. See how it feels. If it's not comfortable, I can give you a modification. Hips on the heels, if that's okay for your knees. So if you take a look at me, I'm sitting on my heels. So on the knees, feet together. Sit back on the heels as much as you can, all the way back. And then fold over the bolster. Left ear to the bolster. Yeah. And just close the eyes. I love coming into child's pose and thinking about the innocence and joy of being a child. Maybe just thinking about a child that you've raised, or maybe a friend or family member had a child, or maybe you just saw a child on the street that had that innocence and joy. Can you embody that energy in this moment through visualization and breath? Big inhale and exhale. Every inhale, allow the lungs to expand wide in the back body and side body. And every exhale, allow yourself to sink more deeply into relaxation. 5 more deep breaths here on this side. 4, 3, last. And when you're ready, gently press up. Shift the knees to the right so that you're sitting on your left hip. Hook the right knee inside the left foot. So it looks just like this, sitting on your left hip. And it's similar to what we just did in child's pose, but there's a different leg arrangement. So you're going to come down left ear to the mat, arms on the floor, but sitting on your left hip. So take a look here, sitting on the left hip. So it's almost as if you could put your legs off to the side to make an L, sitting, and then tuck the feet. So your left hip is pressed right up against the bolster. Do you see that, Steve? You're sitting on your left hip. And then the right knee inside the left foot. And then you're going to bring the whole chest to the bolster. There we go. So this gives you just a tiny little twist through the hips, and then left ear to the mat. Yep. We'll rest here for a few deep breaths. Breathe into any areas of the body where you feel tightness, a stretch. Any areas of the body where you feel the breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, big inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, gently press yourself up. Slowly turn first so your back is to the bolster, and then turn to your right so that the right hip is now up against the bolster. So same thing, second side. Right hip against the bolster, so you're kind of off to the side. Left knee tucks inside of right foot. And then bring the chest to the bolster, so one hand on either side. Yeah, you got it. And this time right ear comes to the bolster. Allow yourself to surrender here. Taking the slowest, deepest breaths that you have taken yet today. Five more deep breaths. And after those 5 full and complete breaths, start to press yourself up. We're going to drop into child's pose once again. So we've been here before. This is just going to be on the other cheek. So bolster between the knees. You're sitting on the knees and the tops of the feet. And then slowly coming down, opposite ear. So this time right ear to the bolster. Hips all the way down on the heels. Hips all the way back on the heels as much as you can. Yeah, keep going. There we go. If the hips touch the heels, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. Yeah, there you go. And right ear to the bolster. And let yourself surrender here. And if the mind wanders, come back to your intention. Four more deep breaths here. Last one. Big one. When you're ready, very slowly press yourself up. We're going to bring the bolster behind you. So if you have extra pillows for under the knees, you can use those. These are like the pillows we usually use in class. And the bolster just comes straight back behind you. If you don't have extra pillows for your knees, you're welcome to straighten the legs anytime if that's more comfortable. So give yourself the bolster coming straight back behind you. And the one thing you want to make sure is that when you come back onto the bolster, that the head is comfortably resting on the bolster. If it's uncomfortable and your chin is way up towards the sky, you can tuck an extra pillow underneath the head. This is going to allow you to squeeze the shoulder blades underneath you and let the palms kind of flop open here. Doing okay, Steve? Oh, you're on mute. Let me unmute you.
Are you supposed to lie on the bolster?
Pardon me?
Am I supposed to lie on the bolster?
Yes, lie on the bolster. Yep. But allow your buttocks to rest on the earth. There you go. And it doesn't have to be pushed all the way up to your tailbone. You can leave some space there. And if you would like a pillow underneath your head, you can add an additional pillow underneath the head. So buttocks is resting on the ground. The bolster is actually supporting a healthy curve through the lower back or mid back. Yep. And the bolster is mostly between the shoulder blades with the head resting on the bolster or a pillow on top of the bolster. And then flip the palms to face up as you open up the armpits. And the legs can be straight or Yeah, there you go. How is that on your back, Steve? Can you give me a thumbs up? You don't have to move. Awesome. So this is one of the most powerful heart openers, especially we talked a little bit about compassion fatigue today. If you're feeling the heaviness of what's going on in our country and our world, sometimes we start to kind of feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you'll start to kind of punch forward, especially if you're texting and checking out the news online and everything like that. Um, and so when we talk about having an open heart, that can be a really kind of esoteric, spiritual kind of thing. What does it mean to have an open heart? But what if we just take it like literally, to open the physical heart space, the chest, the pectorals. Ah, this can help with any pain that you feel in the upper back, middle back, or lower back. This pose is, I've often called it the opposite of fight or flight. When we go into fight, flight, or freeze, we activate the inner thighs, get ready to kick, punch, run away. But when we open the inner thighs and open the shoulders, stay, it sends a message. Say this in your head. Say, I am safe. I am supported. I am safe and supported. I am safe. I am supported. Let yourself soak it up. Let yourself drink it in. Those deep, very intentional, full body breaths. The breath has gone unintentional. Bring it back to intentional. 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out. What are you filling up with? What are you letting go of? 4 more deep breaths here. Very gently slide the hands down. You can press the knees together. If the legs are straightened, you can bend them and just bring the knees together, feet wide for just a moment. I like to place my hands on my belly here. Taking 3 or 4 deep breaths here. You'll gently begin to lift yourself up. Bringing the bolster now under your knees. Bolster under the knees. If you used a pillow under the head in the last pose, you'll probably want to use a pillow under the head in this next pose. So flat on the back, pillow under the head, bolster under the knees. This is really great for relieving any tension in the lower back. If you have a blanket to cover yourself up with, now's a good time to do that. Hi, puppy. Again, allow the palms to face open. So really allow space in the armpits as the palms open up. And the legs are working towards straight. So really let them rest on the bolster. So you're not having to do any effort there. Yeah, beautiful, Steve. Close the eyes and just allow yourself to, as deep as you've gone into relaxation today, allow for this final relaxation to be cumulative. As deep as you've gone this far, start there. And allow yourself to sink even more deeply into a state of peace, humility, relaxation, and restoration. Feel a wave of relaxation wash up your body from the toes to the feet and the ankles, the shins and the calf. Relax the knees. Relax the quadriceps, hamstrings, inner and outer thigh. Relax the hip flexors or groin area, the outer hips and into the glutes or buttocks muscle. Relax from the back side of the body through to the front side of the body. Relax the psoas to the lower abdominals, through the pelvis, the pelvic floor, the hip joints, even the root relaxes as you relax all the way up through the internal organs as they relax and become soft, almost heavy. Relax the diaphragm, the lungs and the ribs, the intercostal muscles. Soften the heart. Relax into the chest or pectoral muscle, into the armpits, down the side bodies to the lower back. Soften and relax the lower, middle, and upper back. Let the shoulder blades melt into the earth. Relax across the tops of the shoulders, into the biceps and triceps. Relax the elbows, forearm, the wrists. Relax the backs and the palms of the hands and into the tips of all 10 fingers. Can you feel that gentle pulsation, that life force energy in the tips of the fingers? Slowly relax back up through the hands, the wrists, lower arms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders. Relax down the collarbones and up the front of the neck. around the sides of the neck and up the back. Relax all the way up the back of the neck to the crown of the head. Relax the skull and the scalp. Even relax the hair. And into the forehead, let the forehead melt. Melt through the temples, the sides of the head, the ears, and into the lower jaw. Relax all the way down the lower jaw to the chin, the lips, the tongue. Even relax the teeth and the roof of the mouth. From the roof of the mouth through the sinuses to the nose and cheeks. Relax across the nose and cheeks. And into the eye area, relax the eyebrows, the eyelids, the circular muscles that line the eye sockets. Even the eyeballs relax and sink deep. There's a gentle inwards and upwards rotation of the eyes, nothing forced, totally natural as your awareness comes to the center of the brain, at the tippy top of the spinal column. Feel strongly in the present moment, as if your intentions have already come to fruition. And breathing that in as you reunite body, mind, and spirit. Wiggle the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles, move the head from side to side. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, the feet down below. Big inhale, stretch. And exhale, soften. Then one knee at a time, bring your feet in. As you roll through either side, allow yourself to rest in the fetal position for just a moment. And when you're ready, very gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Remembering your intentions, bring the palms to press together at heart center. Sit up a little bit taller than when you started, and sealing our practice, sealing our space with 2 cleansing breaths and 1 Om in through the nose, out through the mouth. This time sigh. This time Om. Thumbs to the heart, lips, and forehead remind us to keep peace in our hearts, in our words, and in our thoughts. The energy and intentions within me honor and support the energy and intentions within each of you. Namaste. Thank you both so much. Thank you all so much.